Hi, I'm a film major that never watches any films, so I'm watching a new film every day. And the film I watched today was Blade Runner 2049. I had to look over to see the number. And this movie was really good. It's from the same director as the person who made Arrival. So after liking that one so much, I saw this on my recommended, and I was like, what the hell? I got 3 hours to kill. Might as well watch Blade Runner. I've heard good things. I was gonna watch it before, but got intimidated by the length, and so I never did. And I'm glad I watched it. It was quite the journey. It's a very somber movie for the most part. It's about this android who is looking to. He's like a bounty hunter, and he's trying to get some older versions or older androids and turn them into like the police, because they have like too much humanity, right? And so they're not as efficient at like their work and being like slave labor and stuff. And so that's basically his job, and he kind of has an existential crisis about it a little bit. And that's kind of what the whole movie is about. Like, what is humanity? What makes you human? Android, humans, kind of thing. And then there's a lot also that goes into it where it's a very fun action movie. It's a very sad action movie, but it's a lot of fun as well. And yeah, it's just a great. I love the visuals. I love that there's no like overly expository scenes like this is the blah 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 and it does the this thing and you use it to do the this because later in the film you will do. There's nothing like that. There's like a few hints and teases towards an ending, and then it might like swerve your expectations a little bit. So it's really fun because you're going on the journey with this person or android, I guess, and things aren't said directly to you, but you'll kind of pick it up and you're like, oh shit, is this going on right now? Is what happening? And then so like you're kind of left in the dark, and that's on purpose because there's some things where he feels left on the dark about, but he doesn't need to express it. He doesn't need to be like, oh, I wonder if this is happening, or I wonder if I'm this, or I wonder if this is going to happen. The movie kind of really does very well to guide you along in that. And I haven't really seen many other movies do that. It's always my favorite when I ask a question and the movie gives me an answer like, yeah, we know you're trying to. We know you're gonna ask that question. That's where we were trying to get you to go. That's where we were leading you. So I really appreciate it when movies do that, and I really like how this movie kind of handled it because I felt like I was in his perspective the whole time, which is awesome. All that being said, I'm not the biggest fan of this movie. My head is telling me that I should super like it, and I should be giving it an amazing score like 8 or 9, but I'm honestly feeling more like a 7, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it is just so long and I might have disengaged at some point throughout the film, because it does feel long, just because it's just such a long journey. It's very emotional, and so or very emotional for the character. It's not like an emotional movie, but you can feel a lot happening to the character, and I feel like that's really it just feels like such a long journey because it's like so tense, and I feel like more people would appreciate that than maybe I would, and maybe on a revisit I will come to appreciate it a lot more. But a 7 is still an amazing score for me. Maybe on my next viewing I'll bump it up to the IMDb standard of an 8, or maybe it'll push back beyond a 9. But for right now, for me, it's a 7.